Hi Flickers. Today we are reviewing Napoleon Dynamite, starring John Heder, Tina Majorino, and Efron Ramirez.
Okay.
Thanks. God, those are tongue twisters. The story revolves around the title of character, Napoleon Dynamite, who's an awkward teen growing up in the 80s, 90s.
It must be the 80s and 90s. Certainly the style of clothing and music is around that era.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And it's his awkward sort of relationship with his family and everything, with his brother Kip. Oh, that's amazing. And this true friendship that kind of comes together through awkward events that kind of circle around Napoleon's life, unfortunately, with his grandma being ill.
Yeah.
Taken ill.
His grandma is quite active for someone of her age, and yes, injured herself quite early on. And unfortunately, Napoleon and his brother are quite indulged by the grandmother, and they don't really do well in the world without her. And so his uncle steps in, Uncle Rico, who is not a very nice character at all, and tends to use the boys as ways to kind of advance his slightly dodgy business dealings.
Yeah, he's an odd one, isn't he? Kind of trapped in the past himself, which is just weird. But yeah, very inappropriate with some of the things that he says towards some of the high schoolers and their mums. Oh yeah, it's really awkward. But the really amazing thing is the way that John Heder does do Napoleon Dynamite, and that really awkward teen angst that you had at school.
This film is,
along with the guy who plays Pedro as well.
Yeah, I mean this film was generally the king of teen angst and teen insecurity films. It really it covers every facet of that kind of teen life, and it does it really well. You really do cringe at some of the things that Napoleon and Pedro go through, but they're kind of everything that teenagers, well, most teenagers have gone through, or similar to things that teenagers have gone through.
Teenagers and the not so popular kids, basically.
Napoleon is he's used to getting his own way and doesn't really know how to speak to people. It's not just the awkwardness; he has a real issue with dealing with people around him, and it kind of gets him into trouble more often than not. And I mean, bullying obviously is a bad thing, but just occasionally the way he talks to the people that are bullying him, you kind of start to think every now and again that he's slightly deserving some of it, because he's pushing them effectively. I mean,
he really thinks he could be that rude and get away with it, and it's just that's not how it works. You are going to get punched for that sort of stuff. It's just like, but it is really good. But the relationship that kind of develops between Napoleon and Pedro, who's Efron Ramirez, just is so funny, because it's just a very happening relationship. Just the way that it sort of just goes, like they just get introduced, and then suddenly there's this really close friendship that happens, and everything kind of falls into place for them, for their friendship and their little group of friends.
Again, even that is something that some people would have experienced at school, where the people that consider themselves outcasts effectively clump with the other people who consider outcasts.
And then we're accepted within our own group.
That's effectively what happened with Napoleon and Pedro. And then there's also Deb, who
played by Tina.
Yeah, it's not exactly a love triangle as such, but it's kind of a strange relationship between the three of them.
It does, but it works well, like that miscommunication. Or lack of. I mean, but it's brilliant, and it's really endearing as well. That kind of lost love and not knowing whether he's going to talk to her or anything like that, and the social awkwardness that they have, even when he's trying to compliment her.
Yeah, no.
It's so cute, but also cringeworthy.
It is very cringeworthy. Well. I mean, it genuinely is a fantastic film. It's basically an independent film. They did get some bankrolling, but it is basically independent. By MTV, yeah.
Can we plug them? We can't, can we? There's not really.
I don't think they do anything to be plugged anymore.
No, not really.
But it is a genuine example. It's a genuine example of independent film done correctly with a strong script, a strong cast, and some really good production. I will give it a 4.2 out of 5 flicks.
Nice. Yeah, I might give it a little bit more. Probably just because it resonates a lot with me. Because especially just watching it the first time, I was just like, I know that social awkwardness. Yes, I'd probably give it 4.4. You know, let's throw just a couple of extra ones in there. But yeah, I do. I really love it. The comedy is brilliant, and it is uplifting. Yeah. You know. But yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
Bye, Flickers.
Bye.